It turned off my microphone. Is that better? Like the guy says on the commercial, can you see me now? Or can you hear me now? Okay. Welcome to Collecting Yeah, welcome to Collecting Chaos. Welcome to Coffee with Chaos. It's definitely been a really interesting time. Uh, Microsoft reset all of my settings so that my my boom mic, my good mic, this one, uh, doesn't or wasn't in part of it at all. Uh, then it turned it off. How how it turned it off, I don't know. Um, and there was some other things it did. Oh yeah, I had to reset all of my uh, audio sound. It was a nightmare. The whole thing was a nightmare. So the video that I posted this morning, I know it sounded a little tinny, and I think it was going through the camera's microphone. And I apologize for that, but I just figured out just now what was wrong. So it's been an interesting week. I bought a few things, some of which I'm going to show you tonight. And the guy said, I have a bunch of this stuff if you're interested. And I went, yeah, because what he's talking about is stuff that I sell on eBay more than I sell anything else. So it's not comic books, it's Hot Wheels. I sell a lot of Hot Wheels. Where did those comics go? Oh, they're under here. The Pinocchio project is coming along fairly well. I'm uh, drying the second wrap now. It turned out pretty good. Then I'm going to go back between now and Friday, hopefully, which I doubt it's going to happen by then. We'll say between now and Monday, I hope to have all of the wraps cleaned. I'm not going to show all of that because I've shown it so many times before. And then we'll start concentrating on that first wrap and getting it pieced together. Hopefully, I can get that done and put all together and make it look decent. Not perfect. It's definitely going to be a restored copy, but at least it will be something that can be read and enjoyed, which is the main goal. And then when I get time, I'm going to work on that other Adventures of Pinocchio comic, but I'm not gonna do that live. I have some other projects in mind that I want to do on camera. I have a bunch. I have a ton of Hot Wheels track. I paid like $5 for it and got a big box of it at the thrift store. And I don't know what to do with it. I don't have room for it. I'll have to show you a piece of it and how the Hot Wheel fits on it. Most of it's single track. I'll take some pictures. I'll show it next week. I'll show a couple pieces next week. I got to turn a fan on. It's getting warm in here. I haven't de-winterized my house yet, which means taking plastic off the windows, off the outside of the windows, and then taking the cover off the air conditioner so I can use that. So what am I going to do today? I'm going to show you. We'll start out. This last batch I bought had some posters, so it's not all comics. And this is a gorgeous poster. I'm going to keep one of these for myself. And then I'll probably sell the rest or something. I don't know. Let's see if I can get it out. Getting posters out of plastic when they're still in the original plastic is not always easy to do. The best way is to get the plastic down and that looks really bad. And then try to turn it so that the poster is smaller than the plastic, and you can get it right off. This is a Vampirilla poster, and I've got 5 of them, and it's Dave Stevens. So I'm definitely going to keep one of these. So how am I going to get the roll out? I've got those pieces of Mylar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of Mylar or 2 sheets of Mylar, and I'm going to put the poster between them. No water, just the Mylar, and then I will weight the Mylar to hold it all down. And I'll leave it that way for a couple of weeks. Yeah. On eBay, these go for anywhere from $25 to $40. I saw one for like $100, and I went, that guy's lost his mind. And then I saw signed by Dave Stevens, and I went, I would pay that. Yeah, it is. Dave Stevens' artwork is incredible. Hey, you're not too late. What happened? What happened there, Diecast? You're not late. Is everything all right? What, the Hot Wheels or? Michael, I will send you all of those Hot Wheels tracks for the price of shipping. I won't even charge you the $5 that I paid for it, just the cost to ship it. I'll probably have to send it UPS though. And here's my coffee. And everything is chaos. So yeah, that is a gorgeous poster, and I plan on framing one of them for myself. I just wish I had wall space so I could hang it up. I have a lot of framed posters, no place to put them. Let's go ahead and there you go. Yeah, always you got to take your trash out to recycling. Recycling's a pain, but I do it. As a matter of fact, all of the mail I get that I don't need to keep, it goes in the shredder, and then I have a big box of shredded paper, and I use that to pack stuff. I use it for packing material because it's fairly lightweight and it protects the items, and I haven't had any complaints. Although I'm sure some people are cussing me out for doing it that way. Let's go ahead and take a look at what I pressed. I've only got 32. I mean, there was 3 more, and I showed you those last week, but I've already pressed them. The guy already picked them up and dropped off 3 more. Well, I can't show you those because they're in the cold press right now. But the 3 that he dropped off were not Little Boy comics. There was a Batman Adventures number 12, New Mutants 87, Newsstand, Mark Jewelers, and what else? There was something else that was good. I don't remember. Let's see. Oh, an Amazing Spider-Man, McFarlane cover, Venom cover, and it is also Mark Jewelers. So that's the 3 items he dropped off for me to press. And I hate pressing Mark Jewelers because you got to do it a special way. You can't just do the usual toss it in the press and be good. You know, you have to protect those Mark Jewelers inserts. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, you're not late. We haven't really started yet. I got started late because I didn't have any audio. I didn't have any sound. So I restarted my computer, and then I figured out that the microphone was turned off. Thank you very much, Microsoft, for making changes that I didn't ask you to. Yeah, they're basically the same type of paper as the cover, but in addition to that, they have glue on them. And you want to protect that glue, because if you take the glue off and you decide to get it graded, they might say, well, this has been tampered with, the glue's gone. So you got to protect the glue too, and that's the hard part. That's one of the reasons why my heat press is actually a low temperature. I do 140 degrees for everything. New comics, old comics, comics that came out yesterday or today. I would do 140-degree press, because that's not so hot that it's going to damage the book, and the pages don't stick together. Occasionally on a golden age or a silver age, I'll bump it up to about 150. But I found 140 is sufficient for my needs, and I don't really have to change anything ever. Just 140 for 60 or 600 seconds, and we're good. And then I let it cool down for about 4 hours in the press, and then move it to a cold press for 48 hours. So, yeah. And the cold press is just a couple of pieces of shelving. I just put it in a shelf, and then sometimes they'll put a 5-pound weight on top of the shelf, so that's not much. You don't need a lot of weight on a cold press. Once the comic is pressed, with a cold press, you don't need a lot of weight. A couple of pounds of weight is plenty, because all you're doing is keeping it from reverting. Yeah, I imagine. But you were happy, so that's okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these comics that I've got that I pressed, starting with a Joe Sinnott cover from 1961. And this is First Kiss, number 22. I'm going to shift that over just a tiny bit, get a little bit less, and I need to turn on some of my lights. I didn't turn on my lights. That's why I have a shadow on this side of my face. Let me turn that on. That's a tiny bit better for me. I still don't have most of my lights on, just the overhead light and that. And that's going to be good. Next up, I've got Dan DiCarlo doing Archie's Girls, Betty and Veronica, number 252 from 1975. Not really a highly sought after cover because they're in ski gear, but I like it. Now this one I put as a mid-grade. It looks really nice shape, but it's got some blacks here that I couldn't get off, some kind of stain. So I put it as a mid-grade copy. They sure do. And but most of them have really good art, so that's kind of a surprise. This is Jesse Santos did this cover from 1975, and it's Dr. Spectre Presents Spine-Tingling Tales, and this is number 3. Not a huge fan of Jesse Santos art, but it's very appropriate for the time frame, which was late 70s, and Charlton, or Gold Key. Gold Key was kind of on the decline at that point. We have 4-color, number 547 from November 1954, Francis the Talking Mule. Now this one, it looks like somebody took a pencil and just went like this to it. So that one took me a long time to get most of the pencil off, and I couldn't get all the pencil off without removing the ink. So I finally just gave up and said, that's good enough. But yeah, Francis the Talking Mule from November 1954. Comics almost as old as I am. Imagine that. Here we have Marvel Tales number 50 from 1974. John Romita cover. Unfortunately, it has a piece out right there. And I don't remember if this is one of the ones that Michael sent me or not. I'm not sure where I got it from. Oh, you know, all those famous talking horses get together at the bar. Next, we have Richie Rich and Dollar the Dog, number 3 from 1978. A lot of off-the-wall comics this time. I don't know what's going on. I have a box of comics to show you, too, from my collection. It's independent box number 34. I have a lot of comics. Bob Oxner did the cover for this. It's Leave It to Binky, number 42, and this is from September of 1954. Here it's at 3D specs. Next up, I've got Classics Illustrated, number 19 from 1991. And it's Secret Agent. And of course, First and Berkeley Publishing did that. Move on to Dave Sim, Cerebus, number 75. And we're going to move these off to the, set them there on top of my printer. They'll be fine as long as I don't print anything. And a Classics Illustrated number 6-167. This is from 1964, April 1964. A Tale of Two Cities. I have another one, but it's glued together and I need to work on it, so I'm not showing it. Because if I go ahead and press it and put it in a bag and board, I'll never end up taking that glue off of it. So yeah, it was Leave It to Binky, and then well, there's been a couple of different Binky titles too. There's at least 2 that I know of. So, but Binky's kind of cool. I liked it. Keith Parkinson did the cover for this 1987 Airboy number 19. Always liked this cover. When I first saw it, I thought, is that a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover? But no, it isn't. Yeah, Binky's Buddies and Leave It to Binky, and then there was one that was just Binky. And just Binky, I think, was Leave It to Binky after they dropped the Leave It part. Next up, Arthur Soydam from 1984, Demon Dreams, number 2. I showed number 1 last week. Next, we have, this is a John Byrne cover from 1975. So it's an early John Byrne cover. Doomsday +1, number 1. And you can see a little bit of Kirby influence on this. Unfortunately, I don't have the full run of this. I would like to get them. I have like number 1, number 4, and some others. I don't remember. I think 9 and 10. I don't know. Archie Scrolls number 285, Dan DiCarlo. And this is one of those ones that people would pay a premium for, Archie collectors, because it's got swimsuit. Yeah, we have I think we have a lot of artists that in common that we like, John. To be honest with you, I think there are quite a few artists that we liked. George Wilson did this cover. Unfortunately, it has a bad stain on it, but the comics is in fairly good shape aside from that, and I really don't want to work on it. And that's Turok: Son of Stone number 79. It also has a spine roll, and I really should work on it. I just don't feel like it. It's not hollering at me to work on it, so I probably won't. Oh, here's one you'll like, John. Now, this one didn't come out right. I need to repress it. John Carey did the artwork on this from 1959. TV Funnies, number 263. And it had a different name. Before it was TV Funnies, it was New Funnies. And of course, that's Woody Woodpecker. Can't go wrong with the Woodsy. Here's a Tales to Astonish number 1. John Buscema cover from 1979. Up here, I added my copy of Savage She-Hulk number 1. I don't know why. I just saw it and stuck it in the holder there. Yeah, they are. I like the Walter Lantz stuff. This is Richie Rich, Casper, and Wendy from 1976. Warren Kramer art, National League. Now there's 5 different variants of this cover. So when they tell you that the first variant cover was the DC comic, I'm sorry, guys. This is from 1976, and there's 5 variants. And the variants are based on some of the teams. So instead of saying Richie Rich, Casper, and Wendy up here, it might say Braves. So this is the first comic with variant covers. How about that? You done learned something and didn't even try. Harvey did it first, then DC, then Marvel, and now everybody makes 4 billion covers for everything that nobody wants. Ross Andru, another artist that I really like. This is from 1964. Star Spangled War Stories, number 116. It's in low grade. It's got a lot of creases, but I think it presents fairly nicely for as low grade as it is. Yeah. Yeah, they did. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the Astro comics, Harvey Astro comics. Set this off to the side. Next up, this is Todd Hamilton artwork, 1989. Corum, the Bull and the Spear, number 3. Yeah, we just like comic books, right? Doesn't matter what it is. Cerebus number 76, and of course Dave Sim did the artwork on that. He did the artwork on all the Cerebus comics, as far as I know. Classics Illustrated 7-51. This is from September 1948. Robin Hood. I think this is like a 7th or 8th print. I don't remember. I could look it up. Oh, I did. What did I get last week? It finally came in. I ordered this back in September. It was supposed to be released in November. It finally got released this month. Or actually last month, but I didn't get it until this past week. So, yay! And I generally don't care about the prices. It's an information book for me. That, and I've been getting them since the first one, so I kind of want to keep going. I don't have them all anymore. I have most of them. I've probably got about 40 out of the 55. Yeah, I always get the big book. Paul Gulacy did the artwork on this Airboy number 20. And Gray Morrow did the artwork on Edge of Chaos. He did the interior art as well. Now, I met Gray Morrow one time, maybe it might have been 2 times, at comic book conventions back in the early 70s. And that was before he was still kind of he was trying to get into comics, and he was doing some amazing work back then. I've always liked his stuff, and he's just an underrated artist. Always has been, in my opinion. More John Byrne. This is Doomsday +1 number 4. Like I said, I'm missing a bunch of them. Another Dan DeCarlo, Archie's Girls, Betty and Veronica. And this one might be a good one. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But yeah, let me present it to Betty to prove I'm a good sport. Here, take your dumb crummy trophy. Archie's better than what people think. It's great for a laugh. If you want a book to make you feel good and laugh, go buy an Archie. This is Ripley's Believe It or Not number 20. Believe it or not, this is Ripley's Believe It or Not number 20 from 1970. I have no idea who did that artwork, but I absolutely love it. And later on, and when I find them, I have a lot of Ripley's that I'll be pressing eventually. I hope to get all 25, 30,000 comics that I have pressed someday. This is another low grade, but it wasn't hollering at me. This is from 1950, July 1950, and it's a Woody Woodpecker number 25. %100% agree. And same with Richie Rich. Richie Rich is good for lighthearted reading. Most of the Harvey books are. They're not real expensive unless you get them in super high grade. This one is ROM number 33 from 1982. Al Milgrom did the artwork. And this cover reminds me of that House of Secrets 88 that I pressed last week for that guy. The cover, it's I think it's like an homage cover for it because it looks a lot like that Neil Adams cover. It reminds me of it anyway. I could be wrong, but it reminds me of it. Richie Rich Bank Books number 33 from 1978. Like I said, lighthearted humor. Casper, Richie, Wendy, they're all good. Little Dot. You've seen this one up here before. Matter of fact, it's right there. Jack Kirby. Wouldn't be right if I didn't show at least one Jack Kirby comic. Oh, Matt, One Man Army, #1. And I've got 3 or 4 copies of this. I don't know why. I liked it when it came out. I still like it. Next up, this is Crossroads #1 from 1988. Steve Rude cover. Can't go wrong with Steve Rude. And that's the comics that I pressed. But you know, I also press magazines or magazine-sized comics. So we'll do those next after I have a hit of coffee. I wish I could remember how to make that zoom out, but I can't, so I'm not going to worry about it. This first one is a Larry Lieber cover from 1976. And of course, it's probably no, it wouldn't be a reprint. It's Captain Britain #4. Let's see. I'll hold it up a little bit so that's not too much of a glare. Oh, all you have to do is go through my collection. You'll see all of them. I have all of the Forever People. I have all of Womack. I have almost all of Commandy. I have, what's the other one? New Gods. I'm missing like 2 or 3 issues of New Gods. So, yeah, I've got most of the Jack Kirby DC stuff from the 70s. Next up, what do we got? Ron Wilson cover from 1976, and this is Captain Britain #9. These are full magazine size. In my opinion, it was some of the best stuff Kirby ever did. Commandy is. Well, that and Spirit World. Spirit World was awesome, but it was only 1 issue and it was magazine size. And someday I got to crack mine out of the slab because slabs, I just don't have any room for. This is Marvel graphic novel #38, The Inhumans. And I think this is Brett Blevin's cover. He did the interior art. And when he shows Medusa on the interior, the hair is done in the same way. So I think this might be a Brett Blevin's cover. Yeah, I have both of them. And I have 2 copies of Invaders of the Mob, one with the poster and one without. You got to have that John Dillinger poster. This is Captain Britain #10. Larry Lieber, again, did the artwork in this one. So it's either a case of I break it out of the Spirit World, I break it out of the slab and put it in a magazine bag, or I don't have any place to put it because not only is it a slab, but it's oversized because it's a magazine. Dracula. Howard the Duck, #5. Dracula. Yeah, all of those came from England. I have the first two somewhere also. Yeah, it is. This is a Jim Starlin cover. Rampaging Hulk, #4. And that's the magazines. I press a magazine a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I should have had one more, but I don't. I'll have 7 next week. Probably because last week is when I started doing one a day. So the magazines I leave in the press for 24 hours and that's it. I don't do a 48-hour press on those. Let's go to now. I showed you one thing that I got. I showed you the poster. Some of you weren't here for that. See if I can dig it back out. I'll show it to you again. It is pretty awesome. If I can get it out. Yeah, here we go. It's the Dave Stevens Vampirella poster. And we like Dave Stevens. And yes, I do have the issue where he did the cover. I also have the Xena where he did the cover. Oh, the Inhumans TV show made me so mad. I watched the first episode and turned it off and said I'll never watch another Marvel TV show, and I haven't, because the first thing they did was cut off Medusa's hair. I'm sorry, that was the whole reason I was watching the show. So if they're not going to have her with her hair, then I don't need to watch it. When I was very young, I had a thing for Medusa. As a Marvel image, or the Marvel character Medusa, not the real Medusa. Real Medusa is kind of scary. Okay, what else did I get? I got a Classics Illustrated, Count of Monte Cristo, #3. I'm not sure what number. I know it's a later printing, probably number 167. Yep, number 167. Number 9, Les Miserables, and also in bad shape. And yeah, 167, hollering at me to do something with it, and I'm not going to. I got a number 62. Again, 167, big tear on this one. I didn't pay much for these at all. Okay, we'll show them again. There's the Count of Monte Cristo. And there's Les Miserables. Western Stories. Number 104. First print. Happy to get that, even though it is got some cover wear and doesn't look the greatest in the world. I didn't have a copy. Now I have a copy, and it's a first print. Bring them back alive. And then the Little Savage, number 137. Most of these are number one, or like 167 or something like that. This one is a 105. And number 144, The First Men in the Moon, H.G. Wells. Those are always neat. And I did show them again. So, yeah. Nothing spectacular. This is, I don't remember what issue this is. But it's a Masked Rider from the 50s, and Dick Giordano did the artwork on the cover. And I know Giordano did the artwork because it says so right there, Giordano. Yeah, there's a 6-page section in the price guide of how to tell what number you have. And the same thing with Classics Illustrated Junior. There's a crap ton of them, and each one has multiple printings, so and different covers on some of them. For instance, the Black Beauty, the first print of the Black Beauty is not worth a whole lot for a Classics Illustrated Junior, but for Classics Illustrated, the first printing of Black Beauty isn't worth a whole lot. But the first printing of the new cover by L.B. Cole, that's worth a little bit of money. And I got one more, and this is Robin Hood number 2. And the instant I saw that, I went, that's a reprint. And the guy went, no, it's 10 cents. That's from the 50s. That's original. I said, no, it's a 1962 reprint. And he went, what? I said, yeah. And then I showed it to him in the book. It reprints it from a different company earlier on. And they did this reprint in 1962 before the price went from 10 cents to 12 cents on comics. And that was all the comics that I picked up. But that's not all the comics I have, of course. You got this, which you can't see. Yeah, you still can't see it, but I don't know that we're going to go through all of these today. It depends on you guys. If you want to see all of them, we'll show all of them. Yeah, they did. And most people don't know that they're reprints. Oh, I've got like 200 or 300 boxes like this. And this is box number 34 of Independent Comics. So it's probably mostly Malibu, but I'm not going to swear to that. And just to prove that not all my comics are in bags and boards, this one is from Eternity. Lensman number 1. And this is from 1990. Never been in a bag and board. I probably should put it in one, but I'm not going to. When and if I press it, then I'll do that. Oh, yeah. Ultraverse is good. I have a lot of those. Here's Lensman number 4. And Eternity, I think, was a Malibu imprint. Let me check. Harmony Gold, USA, and Eternity, all other contents, 1990 Malibu graphics. So Eternity is a Malibu comic. This is Livingston Mountain. This is from 1991. Some of these are in bags and boards. I'm sure of it. Speaking of Ultraverse, Lord Pumpkin number 0. Oh yeah, uh, I want to read every comic book I own, but I get so many, I can't keep up with them. I try to read 4 or 5 every day, but sometimes I don't have time. But I do try to read as many as possible, and I'm trying to keep up with the new ones that I'm buying because I started going to the comic shop again, and I'm buying pretty much every DC comic every week, and that's it. I don't buy any Marvel. I don't buy any independent. I'm just concentrating on DC, and of course Vertigo. And sometimes I'll have to buy 7 or 8 comics, which doesn't sound like much, but it's $5 a piece or $6 a piece because when possible, I like to get the variant cover that you open it up and it has the regular cover on the inside. I like doing that's a great idea. I like that. Here's Lord Pumpkin number 3. That one is in a bag. That one is in a Mylar. How'd that happen? From 1995, Lord Pumpkin Necromantra. It's a flip book. The back of it is Necromantra. And here's number 4. That's a Necromantra. There's a Malibu Sun number 21 from 1993. That's January. Here's number 26 from June. The Man Called AX or X. That's number 0. Here's number 3. This was from the Protectors, and that's Man of War number 1. There's number 2. Number 4. And number 5, which tells me I have never read that because I don't have an issue number 3. Next up, we like this. Here's a Mantra number 1. And a Mantra number 1 still in the original bag with the coupon and the collector's card. Yeah, I know they did. Yeah, absolutely. They had some weird stuff going on. Welcome to the channel, Jackson Roy Kirk. Always glad to see you in there. You always have some good comments to make. Here's a Mantra number 2. And I liked Mantra. I liked the original Mantra. I wasn't too crazy about Necromantra. And this is number 5, and I'm missing some, so I'm gonna have to get on the stick there and try to find the ones I'm missing. Here's a number 6, and this was an early attempt by me to remove a price sticker before I knew what I was doing. Everybody learns somehow. There's a number 9. Number 11. And number 13. Yeah, I do that to you often. I'm good at doing that to you. Here's a Mara of the Celts from Aircell Comics. Aircell Comics got its name from an air conditioner. They needed a publisher name, so they saw their air conditioner said Aircell on there, so that's what they named their company. This is an adult book. There's a giant size Mantra versus Topaz. Merlin #2, and this was also Adventure Comics, was also a Malibu imprint. And I don't know if I think these are different issues because I have another Merlin #2. This one just says #2, and this one says 2 of 6. So there's Bravuro, Norm Brayfogle, Metaphysique. Just, I guess I can do. I tell you what, I'll do a checklist of all of the Ultraverse comics and what numbers they are, and I'll post it in my community forum on the channel, so you can get a checklist that way for all of the Ultraverse books. None of the Marvel ones, just the original Ultraverse stuff. From Eternity Comics, we have the first issue of The Mighty Mites, presenting the X-Mites. And that's issue #1 of Mighty Mites. And here's issue #1 of Mr. Doom. Here's a trashed copy of Necromantra #4. Nightman #5. Yeah, I honestly believe the only reason Marvel bought Malibu was to kill off the competition. And that was it, because the Ultraverse titles were selling better than a lot of the Marvel titles were. The thing is, all of the Ultraverse characters were creator owned. So Marvel tried publishing them, and the creators went, no, those don't belong to you. Yeah. And I think they also bought Malibu because Image was originally published by Malibu. So I'm thinking maybe they thought they could get the Image back into the fold that way. Didn't work, obviously, because they split off and did their own company after the first couple of issues. After Malibu published the first couple of issues, then they started getting their own published. Here's Nightman #6. And #7, always loved this cover. I'll keep my eyes open, Michael. If I run into another copy of Mighty Mites, I'll send it your way. Here's a #8 for Nightman. #11. Yep. And #18. I got a lot of Malibu comics in here. I think this whole box is Malibu. Eternity Comics. Ninja #4. Yeah. Ninja Funnies #1. The Nocturnals #4. And #5. I'm just nuts about Dan Brereton's artwork. It's a little off the wall, and I just really like it. Here's one you guys may or may not have ever seen. Figments #1. I know John Bingham, he might have seen it. Jackson Roy Kirk might have seen this one before too. Oh, that would be cool. Maybe I can get enough of them to read. The Phoenix Generation or Resurrection Genesis. This is a nice. Unfortunately, this is when Marvel got involved, but it was still technically Malibu at that point. Power and Glory #1 in its original bag. Fear not, people. You don't have to worry about it. I slit the bottom of it so that it would not be sealed tight. There's a Power and Glory Holiday Special. I guess he had to do something after American Flag, so he did Power and Glory. Double certificate. This one has 2 certificates for prime 1/2. Yeah, because you never knew what would sell. I actually owned a comic shop when a lot of the Malibu stuff was coming out. So that's where some of these came from. Prime #1. Unfortunately, I sold a lot of my collection when I had a comic shop too. #3. #5. #6. #7. #8. Prime to me is just a modern version of Billy Batson / Captain Marvel. Think about it. Oh yeah. There's #9. #17. I need to take that sticker off someday. #18. #21. #24. Actually, #23. This is #24. There's #25. 26. And one of my favorite Malibu comics of all time, and I really want to get all of these someday. Project A-ko. That's number 2. I should go through and see if I can just buy a whole set of Project Go on eBay or someplace. Here's Protectors number 1 from 1992. It's got that half cover. And here's Protectors number 1. Newsstand. And there's a Protectors number 2 that just dropped on the floor. And of course, it has the poster. And there's the variant cover for it. Newsstand cover. The number 3. Number 4. Missing some of these too. Here's number 8. Prototype number 1, and I have a sticker I need to take off. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5, another sticker that I need to remove. Number 6, prototype giant size sticker. I don't like them stickers, but I got them for like 2 or 3 cents a piece, so I'm not going to complain. Raver number 1. And even Malibu is getting into the shiny of the 90s. There's number 2. And from Adventure Comics, Keith Lummer's Retief number 1. And number 3. The Ripper number 1. Time for coffee. I have lost some of these over time. I think this was like a 6-issue miniseries. Robin Hood. This was one of the best. It's great. I really like this comic. Number 2. Number 3. And number 4. And I'm thinking there were 6 issues. And I had all 6 at one time, or I had all of them at one time. Maybe it was only 4 issues. I don't remember. I could look it up. There's Rust number 1 and Rust number 3 and Rust number 4. Let's look up that Robin Hood. Flip that back around. Let's see what we got here. Oh, here's a comic nobody cares about. Rune number 1, Barry Windsor Smith. And I believe Barry Windsor Smith was the one that led the fight against Marvel using the Kick Creator-owned characters from Malibu. Here's Rune in the Silver Surfer. And of course, it has 2 covers. You can flip it over and say Silver Surfer Rune. If you're a Marvel fan, but if you're a real fan, then you turn it and do Rune Silver Surfer. There's Samurai number 3 and number 10. Shadow Walker number 1. That's from Airsil. Shanghai number 1. And number 2. Is Shattered Earth number 9. Oh, so I do have them all. That's good. That's good. I'm glad. So you're looking up comics to buy off of my comic shop while watching my show? Yeah, that works. Sludge number 1. And talking of Gerber, this is his book. Number 2. And number 3 with a sticker. Solution number 3 with a sticker. Number 7, that sticker is on the comic, or on the bag. Number 12. Stark Future number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. I don't remember reading these, and I think I figured out why. Number 6. Don't have number 5. I hate starting to read something and then you can't finish them because you've got you're missing an issue. There's number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. And number 11. I have most of the Stark Future. I don't have them all. Number 16. Number 17. So I'm missing like 4 or 5 issues of this. But it's supposed to be pretty good. I just never got around to reading it because I was missing. I bought like the first 6 or 7 issues, and I never had that one issue, so I never read them. I don't like getting started and then having to stop because you don't have them. There's Starlight number 1, The Outer Space Babes. Starstone number 1 and number 2. This is in Mylar. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. The ash can. And as you can see, it's actually in an appropriately sized Mylar. Got where I got those at. E. Gerber makes them, but they're a smaller size. I originally got them for like pulp magazine, or the more modern pulp magazines like Isaac Asimov's adventure magazine, whatever it was, science fiction magazine. But they didn't really work too good for that. They didn't work for paperbacks, but they worked great for ash cans. Deep Space Nine #1, and the photo cover of #1, and #2, and then I skip a couple issues to #18, #19, 24, 27, 29, 31, annual #1. I don't know. That's the original miniseries. Oh yeah, the Macaw Soldier of Peace. There's 3 issues. I have 2 of them. Deep Space Nine, Turok Noir. Deep Space Nine, the Ultimate Annual. Deep Space Nine, Worf Special. The stack is getting kind of, it's going to get up there eventually. All right, back to Ultraverse with Strangers #1, #2, #3, #4, #5, #6, #7, #8, #9, #10, #10 newsstand. Don't see Malibu. You don't see a lot of Ultraverse newsstand. #11. Yeah, I always knew I was missing an issue or 2. #15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. All right, what do we got here? Street Heroes 2005. And that took place in the future, back when it was published. Terminator 2, Judgment of Nuclear Twilight. This one is from 1990. Tom Corbett's Space Cadet, #1. And there's #2. Is The Trouble with Girls, #6. And #7. #9. #10. #11. Oh, this is cool. Armageddon. Here's Beowulf, promotional copy. Free Comic Book Day, The Boys, #1. Giant Shanda and number 4. Ultraman number 1. Number 2. And number 3. Silly Daddy number 11. Yeah, I have some of them too. Shane and Paul Bookman's radically rearranged Ronin ragdolls. They're both number 1, 2 different covers. I think this one is Kevin Eastman did that cover. This is Nancy Nebula, and it's autographed to Robert. Best wishes, Kim. So she actually autographed that, and then she autographed this card here. And I don't know about the rest of them. There's a couple of cards in there. As well as her business card. There you go. The Freemaker Adventures, Star Wars, Join the Adventure. And it's a Lego. I have most of those pieces. Battle Cats, number 1. I think we're getting out of the Malibu stuff now. Bountiful Garden. Karate Creatures, number 1. Well, premiere edition. Newsstand. This is from the 80s. It's actually approved by the Comic Show. How about that? Donnie Jupiter's Cartoon Land. It's number 1. This is number 3. Who published this one? Okay, this is an Australian comic. Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. But it's from Australia. I looked it up in the inside, and it says published by Magman International, Sydney, Australia, under license from Walt Disney Productions, copyright 1984. I'm gonna have to press that, clean it up. That's kind of cool. Here's a copy of Hard Case number 6. Ooh, I guess these are out of order. It's not a surprise. Got The Trouble with the Girls, number 5. Number 6. And number 7. Number 8. And number 9. I guess I need the first 5 so I can read those, huh? Ultra Monthly for June of 1980, or June, and that's number 1. Here's Ultra Monthly number 2. Ultra Monthly number 3. And how many people knew those even existed? There's Ultra Force. Yeah. Ultra Force 0B ash can, and it is autographed. I didn't know I had any Perez signatures. That is very cool. Ultra Force number 1. Number 3. Number 6. Number 10. Yeah. Ultraverse Prelude. Ultraverse Avengers. This is Countdown to the Destruction of the Ultra Force. Black September was when they just completely destroyed it. And that was Marvel's doing. Ultraverse Origins number 1. Ultraverse Unlimited. And this is when Marvel took over, I think. That's a number 1. Here's a number 2. Ultraverse Year 2. Vampire Kiss, or Vampire's Kiss, by Barry Blair, and of course that's Ursula. And that's number 1. And my favorite, The Uncensored Mouse, number 1. And number 2. Not always the easiest thing to find. And these are pretty nice copies, although they do have some spine stress, but with black covers, that's the best you can hope for. Let me get rid of this. We'll go back to me here. And I got comics to put away. I got a big stack of comics in front of me. So, need to put them back in the box. That was what was in independent box number 34. And of course, I'm not showing them in order. I pull out a box at random and go through them. Yeah, I think I want to try to build that Lego thing. I put the box on its side like this. Yeah, like you can see, it's a big chaos. But yeah, I put the box on the side because it makes it easier to put the comics in. I have a bunch of Lego comics somewhere. That particularly one I'm thinking about keeping, but I might decide to send it to you. I'm going to try to build what's in there first, if I can, and if I can't, and if I can, maybe I'll send you the Legos for it too. I have a bunch of Legos. That's it with that. So the question is, and I've asked it a few times now, what am I going to do with this? I mean, it kind of wants to be put back together and made whole. Should I go ahead and work on it or not? What do you think? Put it in the chat, comment down below. I don't know why the chat isn't showing up on my after the live stream's over. I want it to, but it's not showing up. I have to figure out why it's not. They used to show them, and now for some reason it's not showing it anymore. And I like the idea that people that are watching it later on know what I'm talking about when I'm converse with the chat. So we have to see if I can figure that out. But yeah, let me know what you think. Either do a comment. Comment would be great. If you could, put a comment after the show's over about what you want me to do with this Adventures Robin Hood. Of course, I read every comment I get from every video, and I try to at least acknowledge it. So we'll work that out. But let me know what you think. I kind of want to work on it, but I have a lot of other stuff to do, and it's not. It needs it, but it's not screaming at me. But it is coming apart, and it does have those stains on it that I think I can get out. But let me know what you think. Went through a lot of comics today, pretty quick. And I ran across my RV magazine for kids, and I will be, this is issue number 2 with Michelle Kwan on the cover. I will be pressing both of these this week, the number 1 and the number 2. And I uploaded both of the covers to the Grand Comics database because it doesn't have it. It doesn't have the covers for these on it. And apparently they only did 2 issues. So I'm going to be looking for the 3rd because I think I have a 3rd issue. So, yeah. A lot of stuff. I'll work on that. I'll work on that checklist for Malibu Ultraverse. Shouldn't be too hard for me to figure out. And we'll go from there. That's about all I've got for this week. Unless there's something you want to talk about, if you want to discuss one of the videos I dropped earlier, that's fine. If you want to talk about something else, anything, I've got time. Otherwise, I'll log off and go play WoW. They dropped a new expansion that's really, really good. I usually subscribe for a month when they drop a new expansion. But after I played through the first zone of this new expansion, I just went, wow. I dropped the money for a 6-month because it was really good. I was surprised. It's the best WoW expansion I've played since Wrath of the Lich King, which is a long time. So that's going to be it for tonight, I think. Take care, everybody. Make sure you drive safe if you have to go out. Be careful with all these storms running around. It's not bad where I am in Texas now, but I know a lot of the rest of the country is really getting some rough patches on some of these storms. So be careful if you have to go out and drive. Be extra careful. And take care. Drop a like, whatever. And we'll see you next week. 8 o'clock Central PM. Right here. Yes. Wash your hands. You want me to start saying that again? I can. Next week, I'll start saying it again. Not this week. Take care. Bye.